And, you know,
A soldier.
Sure.
no, I mean here.
She'd rather sit in that chair.
Yeah,
I think she'd rather.
I can put this here and see it goes. If you think I have any qualms about getting up in front of people, forget it.
Ask me, I'll tell you.
No, I can't
But
see
I do
That chair's on the roll out.
it. I can't see it.
appreciate all of you,
I got one.
every single one, and I want to tell you,
You don't need it, huh? Hey, man, we'll get her squared away here. Quiet down this bed.
Not as long as
I can't get her.
you can't see,
No,
We can hear her.
I can't get her. Okay, that's better.
how's that?
Yeah, that's better.
My husband was very depressed at Christmas time every year. And I never knew what to do to cheer him up. And I also never knew the reason of his being that way. And so Christmas for years at our house was not a good time. And, but the Lord showed me one day, something about him. He was sharing with a friend about the day he was captured. He was a prisoner of war in Korea for 33 months. And he was a bona fide hero who was never lauded by the government or anybody else, except, excuse me, except our small town, lauded him when he came home. But aside from that, the things he did were heroic. He was in charge of the food, and he would crawl out through the wires at night and go and get green things out of the forest to put in the rice to help the men survive. He would take the place of any person who, they made you stand out in the rain, and he would take the place of any person that had to do that. He was just in charge, and everybody came to talk to him. And so at Christmas, I thought it was so sad at Christmas time that he could not enjoy that because of our children. Well, when I found out the reason, I was so touched in my heart that I wrote this poem. It's called A Christmas Story. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Good. It was wartime in Korea that winter. The high rugged mountains reverberated the awful sound of that war. Death with his rapier sword hovered over each soldier expectantly. There on the hills and the valleys, red blood from wounded men stained the alabaster snow. In the midst of this hopelessness, a group of North Korean soldiers had won the battle because the Chinese, by hordes, had come across the Yellow River to assist North Korea. The North Korean soldiers gathered up a group of captors, Americans, British, South Koreans, and others, and started marching them north. Men sick to death of the awfulness of war. One by one they trudged along, poked, jabbed, pushed, and shoved. The weary men moved across the war-torn mountain. They were headed, they knew not where. Night crept in slowly, bringing in frigid cold to torture the marching groups. Suddenly, the sound of a voice rang through the night coldness. Someone began to sing. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. One by one, the men's voices rang out, strong and sure, across the mountaintops, echoing through the hills and valleys. Boo-ha! Boo-ha! Yelled a captor. What's this singing about? A Korean soldier who spoke English answered, "These men are worshiping their God." So they sang on the mountain of war, the many songs of Christmas. The men that night on the mountain high, filled with battle and death, knew the Prince of Peace had come. The end.